Hey, what's up, everybody? You're listening to Drinks with Johnny. I am joined today by a couple of very motherfucking funny motherfuckers, Adam Ray and Brad Williams.
Yeah,
we could get more fucks. We could get more fucks.
Motherfucking funny motherfuckers in the fucking house, motherfuckers.
I used to bust a buddy of mine's balls for his improper F-bomb drops, where he'd do it for small things that didn't matter, where he'd be like, "Do you got any fucking gum?" And I was like, some fucking gum? Like, are you about to fuck? Or are you just trying to be super cool about asking a dude for gum?
Or do you actually fuck the gum?
Yeah, I mean, ooh, fucking gum.
Fuck gum?
I think we just started a business, everybody, and we're doing it not on
Coming
cocaine.
out soon, our new sponsor, Fucking Gum.
Yeah.
Fucking gum. It's like from the people that brought you flubber and slime.
Yeah. Do you want a sex robot, but not all the parts?
You don't have the cash?
Yeah. Fucking gum.
Yeah.
It's just gum, and you fuck it.
Right below the Kit Kats. At
Yeah.
7-Eleven.
Exactly. Don't get them mixed up.
Not to be confused with gummy fucks.
Yeah.
Gummy fucks.
No,
No.
that's just
That's just your old lady neighbor.
Yeah.
The gummy fucks.
Ooh, gummy fucks. We've all had a couple of gummy fucks on the road.
They were the gummy bears' rivals.
Sometimes you get real lonely. You're in a small town.
Boy, that Swedish fish looks pretty sexy.
Not even that lonely. Just out on the road.
Just out on the road. Sometimes you need a story.
Yeah, we've all been to Sacramento.
I understand that completely. Now you guys play the Arco Arena. We play the Punchline. A little different.
Yeah.
We have a little
Right
more,
down the street though.
We have we have a few more gummy fucks in our audience than an Avenged Sevenfold show. I have a strong feeling.
I don't know if that's a T-shirt or but like finding a way to use that in. I was just watching some of Eliza's special, and just because it seemed like she's a homie and it's her fifth, and I was like, it was such a. I don't know how many specials you watch of people. I feel like you watch a good amount, right?
I like to know what other people are doing and what's out there.
Can you get through the whole special?
Sometimes. Yeah, and that's not specifically Eliza. That's like just in general.
Yeah.
There are only a few specials where I'm like, oh, I'm hooked and I'm in. Like I think
that's how
like,
it should be. It's like with a band, like you've just got a handful that you want to see the concert from start to finish.
Sure.
Hall & Oates, Hanson, Beyonce, Celine.
Avenged
All
Sevenfold.
great. All great.
Yeah.
No, Avenged not on there. Avenged is not
But
on
she
there.
had a thing at the first few times she said the word amazing. She was like making fun of girls using it.
Yeah.
Hashtag AAAA and then all caps amazing.
Yeah.
Popped up once, and I was like, wow, she is on point with the branding and the fan interaction. And then she said it again, it popped up again. Then she said it popped up 9 times in 45 seconds.
Wow.
And I was like,
that's pretty solid.
and I was like, is that overkill? But probably not, man, because when you get that rabid fan base, and you're starting to see this, Brad, where it's like they just are coming for everything that is you.
Yeah.
It's like, why wouldn't you give them more things to interact with?
And that's how you get them to like it. When you see it the first time, it doesn't stick, and you see it the second time, you go, oh, that's kind of annoying, but whatever. And then you see it 9 times, now it's in your head.
Yeah.
It's like, I can't tell you how many times I've heard a new album and I've heard a new song from a new band, and I hear the song the first time, I go, all right, their older stuff was better.
Yeah.
That's what everyone says the
but
first
then,
fucking time.
God
damn it.
then you hear it again and again and again, and then it grows on you, and
And
now,
then it
and now you're a fan.
becomes just like the other ones after a while. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, like we've had the Goo Goo Dolls on our podcast, the About Last Night podcast. Please, everyone, go back and listen to those.
500
I
Fs.
actually, you guys are at 500 about to come out right now.
$4.99 when this comes out, and then we're 2 away from 500.
It'll be 500.
Yeah.
How did you guys come up with that concept, by the way? And like, how did you guys meet and decide like, hey, you're a funny motherfucker. You're a funny motherfucker. Let's do a fucking podcast.
Yeah.
How I remember it is Brad was hosting a comedy contest, which it's so crazy that I don't think even met at school, right?
Yeah, we both went to USC.
Oh,
but,
okay.
we didn't
You're
actually.
wearing your shirt right now.
Yeah, but we didn't actually meet. Like we met at USC, but not while we were both on the.
It was at one of
campus.
the orgies.
Yeah. When we were playing that game of like, what's in my butt?
From the
like,
producers
ooh.
of Gummy Fuckers.
Yeah. Comes a brand new board game. What's in my butt? Fun for the whole family. Parker Brothers.
There's probably Parker Brothers. They're always looking to take risks.
Sure.
Yeah, huge risk.
They came up with the game Sorry.
Yeah.
And they're like, dude, what's in my butt? Play Sorry after. It's
Yeah.
kind of a-
Well, because after something's been in your butt, you're usually saying sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do feel like
Makes
there's
sense.
a weird
Not
country.
always though.
You
Sometimes.
you should apologize.
The same way that the UK does like weird sexual commercials, I feel
Yeah.
like there's got to be a country out there like Venezuela, somebody that's like willing to be like, what's in my butt is not actually a bad game.
Yeah.
It depends on what you put in your butt. And
I
that is my
guarantee you,
Venezuelan accent.
I will give you one country that would do that.
Yeah.
Germany.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're dirty.
Yeah,
Germany
Germany.
They are
would do it.
dirty,
They would do
dirty
it.
Nazi fuckers. But, so sorry, man. I'm a Jew. I can't hear Germany without being triggered.
I mean, when that.
I think of Dirk Nowitzki and I think of the Holocaust. So
I mean, and
not in that
Wait.
order.
What do you got against Dirk? What do you got against Dirk?
nothing. He's my favorite player, but
Is
it's
he?
what I think of. He's
Yes.
one of them. When I think of Germany, is what I'm saying.
So you're a big basketball fan, right?
Huge.
Yeah.
And
massive
I understand your team was the Sonics, though. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Talk about my parents' divorce next? Yeah. Let's just go down the list of
Let's go down.
disappointments.
Let's
go
Let's
down.
talk about the things that left me.
Yeah, all right. So
Dad, Sonics.
let's talk about the girl that cheated on you with the
yeah.
cameraman.
But the glove came over to L.A., so I was stoked.
He did, and I was stoked. Look, I thought that was going to be his.
He should have gotten a ring out of that.
With
man.
that team.
Fucking-
That
was
team
ridiculous.
will go down as one of the biggest
disappointments
sports.
of all time.
What?
yeah,
And
Shaq, Kobe in prime, and
talk
then,
about what's in my butt, what's in my water that you can't properly hydrate yourself to make. But also, people
But they
forget
didn't.
this.
They didn't like each other though. Like they all hated each
but
other.
also
at this time.
people forget this. I started reading one of Phil Jackson's books, and it was about that whole season.
Yeah.
I know he's got other like Zen books and coaching,
Right.
which are probably phenomenal, but this one was about that team because I was fascinated. I will say this willingly. I became a big Lakers fan when I didn't watch basketball for the entire year. Like, I'm not even kidding.
You were
And it's my
protesting.
favorite sport. I literally was like, I probably got 2 months of this real hate and abandonment the whole season because it hurt so bad. And then they also got really good real quick, and that made it even more tough. But the Lakers, and Brad can attest, were so good in the late 90s, early 2000s.
Oh, yeah.
And the fact that you could watch the games every night, I was
Yeah.
like, oh, great. Like, I can watch amazing
Oh yeah,
basketball.
you're living in L.A. I watched. I don't think there was too many. I could probably count like 5 games that I didn't watch while Kobe was a Laker.
Yeah,
I'm that big of a fucking fan.
Yeah.
Karl
buddy.
Malone getting injured is when it all went to hell. In
Yeah.
the book, I forgot because Phil, talks. He goes, we were, I want to say 20-3. They were.
No, they were unstoppable.
Once it all clicked.
Right.
They were
Yeah.
amazing because it
Yeah.
took a minute for them to all play, and then they were just cruising. And then when Malone got hurt, they all say it too. They're like, "That's when shit." And then Kobe or Shaq got hurt shortly after that, and then
Shaq got a little hurt,
Yeah.
but he was back by playoff time.
Yeah.
And it was.
This has been Laker Talk with rock stars and comedians. We will go head first into the season this year and see
So,
how
let me-
many titles will they win.
but yeah, I want
Let
to be
me
in the
ask you
NBA.
another question though, Adam. Why Seattle? Are you from Seattle?
Yes.
Oh, you're from Seattle.
born and
okay.
raised.
I fucking love Seattle, by the way.
It's a
It's
great,
a great fucking
great
city.
comedy city. It's a great people city.
As a rocker, you gotta love.
I
Seattle.
got it. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
it's
absolutely
one of
right.
those towns.
All the greats have come.
Yeah,
From this.
you can't. It's like being like, oh no, I love country music. Nashville sucks. What? I'll stab you. Like you can't say that. If you're a
No.
rocker, you have to love
Yeah,
Seattle.
I love
yeah.
Venezuela. I hate anal board games.
Yeah, I know, right? You can't say it.
Can't
Well, you
say
can't
that.
go to Germany and say that after this
You
podcast.
can. You can try.
One and the same.
But no, Seattle,
yeah.
and you've been up there a bunch of these
Yeah,
shows.
great comedy city. But like to go back to the original question, and if you listen to our podcast, the About Last Night podcast, you understand we do go on these tangents a lot. But then we
always get
come
back,
We
and I
always
take
get
pride
back.
in that, and you should too.
You're damn
Somebody
right.
Well,
messaged
it
us that
sounds like you
once.
guys are helping each other out.
It's
the whole time, right?
It's
Oh, yeah.
it's a tramp stamp that I have. Always go back from the tangent, and then I judged a comedy contest at USC, and Adam was in it, and
It was mostly current students and a handful of kids that had graduated, and I
Yeah.
just
that's
graduated.
cool. That's really cool.
And so I was there, and we started talking. And when you see someone else that's kind of near your age at that time, who's in our case, going to the same school, who's doing the same thing, you kind of make a note of be like, oh, you're a dude about my age, like we could hang, like because you want to kind of have that class that comes up together, that you go 15 years down the road.
And I think you're about 3 or 4 years ahead of me, stand-up experience-wise.
Yeah.
And so at that time too, a lot of the people that were coming through were college kids or people out of college that really weren't doing it. They were doing it maybe twice a month or once every 5 months.
So they can
Okay.
say they're a comedian on their extracurriculars.
Yeah, and I'd been like, again, maybe 4 or 5 years into it, grinding, and so I would, I didn't
Wait,
have
I want to ask another thing. Side note. Are you younger than Brad? How old are you?
No, I'm older. I'm
Older.
37.
You're older. 37.
I know.
So that was like, okay, so
I just look older
It sounds
because-
kind
wiser because of the hat.
yeah, it's the hat and beard. It's the hat and beard.
Yeah, it's
That's why I'm growing my beard out again.
It's the dwarfism where you're like, I'm not sure how old he is.
How many
He could be
wizards does
70.
he know?
No,
Could be
the question
20.
was valid
know.
though, because it sounds like you're kind of mentoring him at this point.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, he was one of the first guys to take me on the road too, which is again how we became. When you go on the road with somebody, because we got to be chummy during that time, and I think he could tell like, oh, this guy's taking stand up serious.
Yeah.
So that was a good bonder. Sports, and then we started seeing each other around at comedy clubs, and then he asked me to go on the road with him a handful of times, and again, that's when you make those long drives to NorCal.
Yeah.
And you just have hours to talk, And,
Yeah. So when you guys are doing those tours on the early stages, are you guys driving together, or what kind of car, what kind of vehicle are you guys taking?
I drive in my Mini Cooper at the time. Yeah, a dwarf drove a Mini Cooper. It was pretty perfect.
You can't write that.
And one of our favorite stories from that time is we were driving back from Northern California, and then we're on the 5 freeway, and all of a sudden we see a PT Cruiser on the 5 go sharp left and then hard right and flip. And start
shit.
rolling, and we're just like,
in front of us, about 60, 70, maybe 100 feet in front of us. I mean, I'm surprised.
Holy shit.
I mean, it was the craziest thing to this day. To see a car cut across 4 lanes
and flipping
into a ditch, by the way.
So I know you guys had to get to the next gig, but did you pull over and make sure that okay?
1,000%.
So we pull over, and
your instincts, it's fight or flight. I think
yeah.
you truly, by the way, life does test you at certain moments and go,
Yeah.
How
would
shitty
you-
of a person are you?
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I asked the question.
Yes, because if we just drove by and went, oh, man. So anyway, I think Chappelle is the best right now.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking,
the bird's coming up, man.
Hey, is that a
Bird's
White
coming for the
Castle?
top.
Let's
Oh,
pull
yeah,
over
yeah.
for that.
Yeah. It's like you find someone's wallet and go, wow, that sucks for that dude. It really kind of tests
it's
you.
funny.
And I'm glad, by the way, because there was no pause of us like checking in. It was just both like,
Oh, we got yeah.
I think
Yeah,
we both
pull
were like,
over.
holy shit, you just pulled over, and then we both got out.
Yeah.
And
then-
what was the?
Well, the car landed face up, and then we're running across the highway, and then we see 2 women get out of the front of the car and like haul ass to the back, like they can't move fast enough to get to the back seat,
And they're opening the door with a lot of conviction, like not like,
There's
oh
gotta
shit,
be a
I think
kid
my
back there.
Yeah, you go to kid. Part of me for a minute was like, oh, did their smoothie spill? But no, like,
Yeah.
I think it was they had that whole like, there's a kid back there.
Or there's a bag of drugs that they really need.
we have to do them right now before the cops shows up.
Before the
This
cops
just
show.
happened.
Yeah.
But they run back there and they like throw open the door and they pull out a baby, and when they pull out the baby, we're like, oh
man.
shit,
Yeah,
because
what
we
are they about
just
to
saw
find?
this car
Yeah.
roll, and we're professional comedians, but at the same time, there's no real punchline for, I know you're holding your dead baby right now, but let me just throw
Ooh.
something at you to lighten up the mood. Like, there's nothing you
Yeah.
can say.
No,
There's nothing you can say.
no. That's
And
horrible.
but I will add that even as they were pulling the baby out, and I'll get to the part where the baby's okay, so you're
Yes.
not like this, like
The
what
head
happened to
was
the
attached.
baby?
Yeah.
Like, as they were running back to get the baby, they did look up for one moment, see me running across the highway, and you saw them just pause and go, huh?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, they went, huh?
This woman,
Yeah.
this woman is pulling her potentially decapitated child out of her car, and this is how the mystique behind dwarves and just the power of Brad running full speed across a freeway is visually. She's literally almost about to grab the baby and just looks up and does a double take and goes, well, that's not something you see every day.
That's
my child could be without its fucking head, but there's a dwarf running to me. It could be the ghost of my baby. Like, I don't know what is.
Right. Well, yeah. So, like, I don't know
fucking
what she
humans,
thought.
right?
I don't know if she thought, like, well, maybe I made a wish right before the car accident, and now this is my guardian angel who's running across the highway. I don't know. But they pulled out the baby, and the baby was laughing. The baby was fine. The baby was perfectly okay.
Oh, baby just went through a roller coaster, right?
Baby just had the time of its damn life.
Yeah. Speaking of babies, though,
yes.
you got a baby on the way, right?
I do.
Yes.
At the time that we're recording this, it is 2 months away. I got a baby girl on the way, my first kid. And we found out last week, dwarf baby. I'm gonna have
awesome.
Dwarf baby, and my wife is Chinese, Asian dwarf baby. What's up?
She's going to USC. Let's just put it out there.
Oh, I mean, are you kidding me? Asian dwarf female. She's going anywhere she wants to.
Diversity.
Yeah, she's getting put on the brochure.
She's gonna be a poster child.
Yeah.
Dude, that is a great...
Harvard. What you got? Are you tired of Asians and white people?
Yeah.
Bam! Asian dwarf baby. Let's mix it up a little bit.
So I wanted to give you a gift before moving any further. About you got a kid on the way, so I wanted to give you something to kind of get her started.
Oh boy. Okay. What is this?
We got a couple of Avenged Sevenfold onesies for you.
Oh, dude.
Damn.
That's amazing. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
One of the onesies says it's your freaking nightmare, which
Yeah. It will be. It will be, Brad. You don't know this yet. I've already been through it. You're fucked.
Sevenfold onesie. That's awesome. And I'm a fan of you guys. I first heard about you guys because you partnered up with WWE a few times and did some theme songs for their pay-per-views. And that's when I first heard of Avenged Sevenfold. And then I started listening to more of your stuff and was like, all right, rock music is not dead. Like, these guys might be, but rock music overall,
they might be dead,
is not dead.
Probably still alive, but might be dead.
Yeah, I really dig this stuff. I love bands like you guys, like Five Finger Death Punch, Shine Down Fozzy. You talked about Fozzy last night. I saw you, and you're coming out to one of Fozzy's songs coming out, right? Yeah, I came out to Judas because I'm also a big Chris Jericho fan, just in his wrestling, and he's the lead singer of Fozzy. But before that, I came out to Hail to the King. That was always my intro. And
do you have a song? How long have you had a song in particular that you walk out to?
Ooh, I've been 8 years. I've had songs where I'm like, this
for the whole year. Would you mix it up based on
whenever I just hear a new one that kind of piques my interest? But
that's kind of we have as a band we have different things too. Like each tour we'll pick a song that we listen to backstage actually to get us pumped up.
Nice.
And then when we go on stage, it's been AC/DC, Back in Black for a while.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Well, that's a classic. You really can't go wrong.
Yeah. How about you, Adam? You got when you come out?
Yeah, man. When backstage, when I was on tour with Adam Devine, we listened to "How Do I Know" by Whitney Houston before every show.
That's not a joke. He sent me videos.
Yeah,
and it just got us. It was very jokey, but also like.
It's a really fucking good song.
Pump-up song.
It's a fucking great song.
And then they would give me shit because I had Bruno Mars
Treasure.
Yeah, for a long time. Yep, I love that one.
I love Bruno Mars. I saw him at the Forum a couple years ago.
Yeah, killer.
Bruno Mars is fucking
and now
awesome.
I come up to Foo Fighters. Learn to Fly.
Okay, because you
saw
them in
wait.
Australia.
So I actually heard a little bit of a story of you meeting Dave Grohl for the first time.
Hung twice, 2 nights in a row in Australia.
Dave Grohl is hung.
Yeah,
I was gonna say
Dave Grohl is everything.
I was like,
I have his number. Has he texted me back? No. But should he? No. He got what he needed. No, we were in Australia, and Adam had a big tour, and I was opening for him, and we were in. Melbourne, right? You got to say it like that.
Yeah, Melbourne.
Is that how they say it? I always say Melbourne.
Yeah,
because I'm so American.
Yeah.
I know. I'm wrong on so many levels.
And they look at you like fucking Yankee.
Yeah, it's Melbourne. Yeah. And so
I love Australia, by the way. It's so much fun there.
It was the greatest. And the people were cool, and the culture and just the vibe, and we had a show there, and our show was the next night. We had a day off, and Adam had done something with Blink-182, and their tour manager was also repping Weezer and or Foo Fighters, I guess. And Weezer was opening for them, so we were like, oh, let's fucking. I was looking up stuff when I was like, oh, I wonder what's happening in town on our day off, and they were playing. I was like, oh, let's go. I was like, I know the tour manager, so we go and we're hanging out side stage, and then we go back after, and they do a 3.5-hour show. Dave is just screaming his life out, and then we go back drinking and smoking till for another 3-4 hours, and we left finally because we were like. Some things where you're like, I don't want to be too fucked up around guys I really admire and respect.
You always want to. That's always the goal, but
you got to finesse the goodbye, and you got to find the right time. Don't Irish goodbye it, but definitely. But you also
be like,
there's a lot of value in Irish goodbye because if your Irish goodbye is going to be, better than you going. Just to find out, and he's like. You're like, what? And you're like, thank you, is what I wanted to say. But I couldn't get it out.
I've definitely been there before.
Yeah.
And so then we're hanging out, and he's like, well, what are you guys doing tomorrow? We're like, oh, we have a show. And they're like, oh, we have our day off. And so we're like, come to the show. Not thinking they were going to come. And then we show up, and they're all back there waiting. And then we kicked it after that. And, man, it was cool. And I've gone to a few shows since because they kind of gave me a free pass. And it's that's
it rules.
So I was already a Foo Fighter fan, but then I just went down a deep rabbit hole on a bunch of things and documentaries and this, and I just got more.
Oh, Dave Grohl is more than just Foo Fighters, Nirvana, everything, which is. I mean, it sounds silly saying that.
He told some insane Nirvana stories.
Like you got Nirvana and Foo Fighters, and it sounds insane saying that that's not all Dave Grohl is.
Yeah, he's more than that.
That's fucking insane to say.
He's also them Crooked Vultures, and I think that's really a good band.
Wow. Look at you. Brad Williams with the fucking rock knowledge.
I just sounded like that prick that you would meet at the old record store that would be like, I really like their early shit that they did in side projects. What is that?
Is that Jack Black in what was that record?
Josh Homme?
High Fidelity.
High Fidelity. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, because I think them Crooked Vultures is Josh Homme, Dave Grohl, and who's the last person?
I'm not even going to quiz you because I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about.
I don't know. But yeah.
Well, I also came out to Katy Perry's Firework for a long time.
Ooh.
Well, sure.
I love Katy Perry, by the way.
I did.
True story.
And then she went cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs on live TV a few
Wait,
times.
No,
just American Idol. She just got a little
I don't pay attention to that shit.
Yeah, I shouldn't have either.
That's all networks. Just to water it down.
And then she got this Eminem haircut, which there's a quick, by the way, a lot of great moments in our podcast if you go back and listen to. We've had a lot of fun guests. We had Sam Richardson on and his girlfriend. Remember this?
Yeah.
Had just gotten this haircut that was, short, blonde, looked identical to the Katy Perry new haircut.
That's rad.
And
please tell me you did like a photo like.
Oh no, wait for it.
She somehow came up and he goes and I was like, yeah, I love Katy Perry. I go, but then she got that fucking awful short blonde haircut. She just looks like a fucking. I just go on this awful rant about how much the haircut sucks and how much it makes her look awful and nobody should get that hair. Everything you want to say. Not want to say before somebody says, and then I go,
biggest
it just looks,
shoe is about to hit your foot.
It's blonde, it doesn't match your face, it makes your eyes look weird, and then Sam just goes, yeah, my girlfriend has that exact same haircut, and I go, which is why I love that haircut. I think it's a classic look, we should bring it back more.
Yeah. It's
speaking more about your guests, speaking more about you guys' guests and everything like that, I know you guys have some regulars like Joey McIntyre, Kids on the Block.
Yep. Yeah, damn right.
Jaleel White, by the way.
That was a cool one.
That's rad. Are you guys like really good friends with him or something?
Yeah,
like,
it's crazy to know that like whether it be Jaleel White, Chris Jericho, Joey McIntyre, like there are like Bob Saget. There are people from our childhoods that we worship as
Harris?
gods. Yeah, Neil Patrick
Harris.
Harris.
Patrick Harris's house. Brad hooked that up in New York. He met him in Montreal.
Okay, please tell me it was Neil Patrick Harris from the White Castle videos or movie where he's like doing blow as he like.
However awesome you think Neil Patrick Harris is, multiply it by 10.
Oh God, I love
that. His house rules, dude.
His husband's great. His kids are great. His dogs are cooler than you. Yeah. Like he's just
They're doctors.
Yeah. He's just better than all of us.
I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense.
We went to Jason.
By the way, I'm gonna say he's the next like Chuck Norris. Like, remember when everyone was talking about Chuck Norris can cure cancer, do all these kind of things. Neil Patrick Harris will be the next one to. I'm doing a prediction right here.
Wow.
Neil Patrick Harris will be the next one to be like he can do it all.
I would like to do a super cut of really racist, homophobic people finding out that Neil Patrick Harris is gay because they'd just be like, "No, him!" Like
there'd be a lot of cleanup because there'd be a lot of heads blown off.
Yeah. They'd be like, "Well, like how gay?" Like they'd be like married to a man, 2 kids. That's gay.
Like he can play what's in your butt, but not look you in the eyes.
Yeah.
I like that you brought up like how gay because I know that you're happily married now.
Sure.
Yeah, but I think there's a really rad story of how you met your wife, right?
Oh, okay. Well, wow. That's a weird transition to be like, how gay are you? How'd you meet your wife? Well, she used to be a dude.
I thought he was going to be like, so you're married, but there's still a little gay in there, right?
Like, and then she became a woman, which bothered me, and I wanted her to stay, and she had a real big dick. All I'm going to say, a real big dick, but like a girthy one.
Like
you know what I mean? Like, it's girthy.
It's like a heavy clit.
Not long, but girthy, and that's how I like them. And then she went and got tits and a vagina, and I'm still bitter about it.
Good for you.
Yeah.
That's really
I met my wife in San Francisco, California. I'm not helping the whole not gay thing, am I?
San Francisco.
But I met her on an app that is called Field, and if you don't know what Field is, and I will explain it, it's an app. It's very similar to Tinder, and it's for people who are trying to have threesomes. Hold for applause. That's a real thing. And I matched with 2 women on the app. We were all gonna go on a date together.
So it was 2 women. So that was more or less what I wanted to get into. That's why the transition happened. I was like, were you more open to if there was another dude in there, or were you strictly looking for 2 girls? Hey man,
I've hung out with Neil Patrick Harris where I've looked at him and went, dude, if you tried, I wouldn't stop you. I totally figure that I totally identify as a straight man, but
but if you have a Doogie Touch Me story.
Oh, come on. You got it. I mean,
you get a free table at Buca de Beppo
as long as I can watch.
Because that's a tough place to get a seat at.
Yeah. As long as I can watch Doogie blog about it afterward on his computer.
So funny.
Today, I met and had an experience with one little person,
that's a
Brad
sketch.
Williams. He had tiny hands, but I felt so safe.
With the music.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll add that in.
Yeah. But yes, so I matched with 2 women. We were all supposed to go out together. One of the women did not show up.
Real quick,
I went on a date with just the other one.
Have you ever tried to, the same way that like my sister just tracked down her birth mom, right? Was adopted.
Okay.
Have you ever tried to track down the third person and be like, and thank her or send her a gift
for like
or
not showing up
or ask her to come back?
Yeah, be like, see what you missed. I mean, and now we've
you want to be godmother to our kid? You kind of have a hand in this.
I mean, maybe.
Do you want to have 2 hands in this? Maybe some fingers?
I mean, I think
that's... Gotta go elbow deep. Go elbow deep.
That's my game show that I'll host. You want to have 2 hands in this. That'd be a great one.
But I'm serious. Have you ever... No.
We haven't thought about it, but at the same time, now you bring that up, I think that we should. I don't know if I can reopen my account with the app, but... Yeah, but
you got kicked out of the app.
Well, I just stopped it because
okay.
we were doing our thing and we didn't have to look anymore. And also, and you know this as a celebrity, like there's some things that you don't want to. Like, I don't want to be on a dating app, even if I'm not on it. Like, I'm not totally, on it, and then all of a sudden, somebody finds my profile on it.
Well, that's why I have my producer, Sam, do all that for me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I didn't want someone to find my profile on the Field app now that I'm... And then, like, someone screenshots it and goes, he's still on?
No, and then you're going to be part of the Me Too movement.
Yeah, all that shit. So, yeah, but hey, that's not to say that we haven't still partaked. I
was going to ask about that. So, like, now you guys got together, got married. Are you still?
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Is it always females though?
Yes. Always females.
Okay.
Always females. Thank God. My wife doesn't feel like, it would make this more fun, more dicks. Thankfully, she hasn't said that yet. But
yet is the big word there.
And I'll be like, all right, can we call Neil Patrick Harris? But yeah, so far it's just been women. But no, my wife will occasionally bring a lady home, and then we have our fun, and then the lady goes off on her merry way. We have certain rules, like we can't really know them. We can't really be friends afterward.
Yeah.
They can't just like pop by the next day, like I was in the neighborhood, let's hang out again. Like they have to be just sort of like a one and done type thing. But
that makes sense.
Yeah, I would encourage that if people want to do stuff like that you do it, but at the same time, you have a complete conversation with your partner and go through everything. What are the rules? What am I allowed to do? What am I not allowed to do? What are you allowed to do? What am I comfortable with?
Yeah, because if you don't get the rules, you're gonna open up a whole fucking can of worms.
So now you've been asking us questions. I now have a question for you.
Yeah.
Because you have a certain look to you. You know what I mean? Are there certain things because of how you look that you're embarrassed to do? Because I'm fascinated with like, can a goth kid enjoy an ice cream cone? You know what I mean? Like, can they just like? Can you ever see it? Like, picture a goth kid now with like a full goth.
I am now. I'm actually picturing the South Park goth kids.
Like picturing them like licking an ice cream cone and like loving it. Like you said that you enjoy Katy Perry. Now is that a Windows up in the car type of enjoyment?
No, actually, it's not. Actually, one of my neighbors, like years ago, I was washing my car out in front of this fucking very house that we were in.
Yeah.
And I was listening to Katy Perry, Teenage Dream, the entire record. Yeah. And I'm out there in just my fucking shorts washing the fucking car. And this is a teenage girl living across the street, and she's like, "Are you really listening?" She knows who I am and everything, and she's like, "You're listening to Katy Perry while you wash your fucking car?"
Oh my god.
And then she thought it was hilarious. I was like, this is who I am.
Yeah.
It's also a great
I'm okay with it.
Wash the car soundtrack.
It was.
It's something that's kind of motivating you to get deep into those windows.
And I was thinking about her and her voice and everything like that.
And her washing the car.
Yeah, I was thinking like what if she was the one on the windshield?
Slow-mo tossing you the squeegee.
Yeah. Like, but are there things where like there's like a photo series online of like rock stars breaking your heart by doing very unrock star things.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, like one is of like James Hetfield shopping at a Lululemon.
Oh, I've seen that. Yeah.
It's so funny.
And you're it just makes you laugh. You go, yeah, of course they do that.
They're fucking people.
Yeah, you can't be all the time. You
no,
can't be that 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So you're like, yeah, I'm gonna live my life.
No, I have a lot of things like.
There's like Bruce Springsteen getting told he can't be in the 10 items or less line because he has 14 items. Seeing him walk out of it.
I brought the E Street Band.
Yeah. And those are the other items you can't have, sir.
I'll tell you, when you can't go into the line, there's a lot of people out trying to.
Do you remember when I did the song to Philadelphia?
Yeah.
So you do all those things.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm pretty open about like my eclectic tastes. I love everything.
Are you okay with you live in Orange County? Are you okay with riding the teacups, throwing both hands in the air, and yelling "we"?
Yes, I am.
Damn right.
With my fucking son now, like he went on his first roller coaster a couple weeks ago in Toontown.
That's a big day.
He's a I'm not a very tall guy, and
how dare you? No. Tell me about your problems being short. Tell me about your problems being short. 5'4" guy.
That's got to be the one thing you tell yourself not to say.
No, actually, no, totally. I think about it all the time. Like before you guys were coming on, I was like, oh yeah, how do I address this? You're literally the first person on the show that is shorter than me.
Yeah, and you
because I'm a short guy.
Shorter guy.
I
don't consider you a short guy.
Yeah,
you're a shorter guy. Yeah, because sometimes my wife will help me with the merchandise line after the show, and she'll give a shirt to me to sign, and I'll be like, oh, who's this for? And she'll be like, oh, the tall guy in the black shirt. I go, you have to be more specific than that, because for me, like the tall guy can be like 5'4", 7'3". Like I have some range.
Yeah.
But yeah, you are a shorter gentleman.
Yes.
Yeah. So
as it goes. But.
Yeah. Well, that's cool that you embrace that about yourself, and you aren't afraid to enjoy an ice cream cone or like buy flowers for somebody, or have you started crying at insurance commercials yet? I am.
Yeah, I have. You know, it's so funny. There's so many goddamn commercials that actually give me tears. You're gonna find this out. You have your daughter coming.
It's already happening.
Yeah, it's already happening. you're gonna realize that you care more than you thought you could.
Yeah.
And like weird shit's gonna trigger
Across the board,
funniest
huh?
fucking across the board. You care like way more about things than you ever thought you would.
There's this new commercial that's out right now, and it's a dad and his daughter through every stage of her life. Like he's like giving her swim lessons, and she's scared to jump in the pool, and he's like, "Are you ready?" And the girl's like, "No." And then it's like bringing her the first day of school. "Are you ready?" And then like bringing her to all these driving. "Are you ready?" And then finally, the last shot is the daughter, all grown up in the wedding dress, turns the dad around on the wedding day and goes, "Are you ready to walk down the aisle?" Like,
you just saying this. You just saying that
you.
actually, like, I feel that in my chest.
Yeah,
right
like
why? And I don't even have a daughter. Like, that's fucked up.
Why? When did commercials used to be like, "Hey, do you want to get your dick sucked? Carl's Jr. Eat that burger." Like, that's what it used to be.
By the way,
I don't remember that.
Just for the record, that was Wendy's. That was not Carl's Jr. I'm not gonna say it, that was not a commercial.
Sure
it was just the wrong burger company.
It was Ronald McDonald, actually.
Yeah. Do you wanna get a rim job at a truck stop
I've got a
outside
Happy
of
Meal
Bakersfield?
for you.
Hardee's. Yeah. Like
By the way,
that's what commercials used to be. Now commercials like, "Hey, you know that insecurity that you have buried deep down in your soul?
Let's pull it out for a
We're
second. I'm gonna tap on it.
You know who the first one was?
Tap on it.
You guys remember who the first one to do that kind of commercial was?
Which one?
AT&T.
Yeah.
Which one was it?
There was the one. It was about keeping in touch with your family when you're gone and shit like that. And they had everyone reaching for the fucking tissues. That was like 91 or some shit like that.
And now it's just like every commercial, like. There was that Subaru ad where like the grandfather dies and they're like, his wishes was to go across the country. We never took that trip. Well, we'll take it now in our Subaru.
Boy.
And they drive across the country with granddad's ashes sitting in the middle of the car like, "Hey man, maybe don't." I mean, that could be really weird if you hit a pothole. That's
where my comic brain goes.
Yeah.
It happens.
Just
and spills and poofs in the air.
Yeah.
And then they wreck the car and the Subaru stalled, and then it goes, Lexus. Now, I do want to say, my dark comic brain, when you were like, "Are you ready?" with like the swimming, the first day of school, the wedding.
Yeah.
My dark comic brain, I thought it was going to show all that and then show the dad in the hospital and the girl's about to pull the plug on life support. And she goes, "Are you ready?" And he goes,
"That's the next commercial."
Yeah, and he's like, "No, I want to lift." He's like, "Yeah, but you have a great life insurance policy."
Yeah, I'm taking your money.
It's a life insurance
Thanks,
commercial.
Bob. Oh my!
Make sure you have that. Make sure you have shitty life insurance. So your daughter.
She goes, "Are you ready?"
How do you
Goes,
sell
"Actually,
shitty
I
life
think-
insurance?
Hey, all those good life insurance companies. You don't want that.
You don't want those.
You don't want those. Then your kids will be anxious to kill you. No, you want shitty life insurance.
Oh
we
my
sell it here.
God.
That'd be way better. That'd be way better.
So before I go any further, I'm going to pour myself a little of the Whistle Pig whiskey that I had set out for you guys. Would you guys like to partake? Or are you guys good? Or
I can't.
I know you got a show.
down-
I know you got a show.
I can't turn down Whistle Pig. I can't.
All right.
please.
Yeah. We'll do that real quick.
All right.
So now we're tasting a little bit of Whistle Pig rye right now. 10-year. What do you guys think?
I mean, look, I'm a big whiskey guy. And actually, when I was first opening for Brad, remember, that's all I drank was whiskey.
Yeah.
I'd get when I was a peasant, I'd get Makers. And then,
A peasant is Makers. See,
Yeah.
when I was a peasant,
No.
it was Jack Daniels. But
Yeah.
Jack still has a special place in my heart.
Sure.
Was it
Always will,
Swartzen?
always will.
Someone's got a really great joke about, I think it is Swartzen, on his Seriously Who Farted special about Jack Daniels. He was like, Jack Daniels, it was like, the billboard said like, making the best choices, something, something. He's like, no, Jack Daniels should just be like, Jack Daniels, fucking good luck.
Yeah.
No
That's
shit.
it.
I think I was 12 years old the first time I tried Jack Daniels, and
Whoa.
I polished off a bottle with my best friend, and it was a terrible morning into middle school the next day.
Yeah.
Middle
into
school?
middle school.
Oh my God.
Oh no, I'm
you-
I'm full flown.
Were you born a rock star? Like, what happened? Did you just like come out
no,
like,
man.
yeah, like just?
I
doing
always
that?
wanted to do that. I felt
Did you
like
pat-
I
did
was,
you
but
pat
I was
your
actually like the
teachers on the
worst.
shoulder when you walked in, and you were like, "Hey, have a good class today." And they were like,
I did
"Yeah,
talk to him
I will.
like
I'm
that.
a teacher."
I did talk to him like that.
Did you?
I always had to, because at a young age, I don't know what clicked in my head, but at a young age, cops, all authority figures, teachers, everything, I just like realized at a very young age, I'm like, you're just a fucking human being trying to do your shit.
See,
And
Wow.
I went, oh, I can talk to you.
it took me so long to realize that.
Yeah.
It took me running into my social studies teacher
At the
in
mall?
Yes. literally, like when
It's
you
not
see
great.
when you
Oh,
see
you
a
see him
teacher,
outside?
like outside of school, you're like, you exist outside these walls. You don't just sleep in the gym.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Why aren't you wearing your name tag?
Yeah. It's this whole thing. Or if you like see them with like a significant other.
Oh, that's
that-
the weirdest.
So
That freaks you
that
out.
broke me down. Actually, I think that might have been the moment because I actually had a crush on my third grade teacher,
Me too.
Miss D. Harris.
Miss
No,
Robish.
Miss Robish. Okay.
No, mine was Robish. Yeah.
Yours was Robish.
Yeah.
And yours was Miss
D. Harris. At the time, she turned to Blackburn when she got married in the middle of the season.
Oh, did you try to
Oh,
stop
she got
it?
married? That
Try to
was a
stop
black
that
word.
word?
Yeah, it was terrible. It was
That's
terrible.
a professional comedian right there.
Because these whiskey puns were brought to you by Whistle Pig.
Yeah, Whistle Pig.
They're gonna love this.
Dad jokes brought to you by Whistle Pig.
You had an amazing dad joke the other day. What was it? Do you remember?
Shit,
It was with Brent and Jason.
Oh, you better be sharp on your dad
Dude,
jokes.
well, his dad jokes were already on point. Then he added some morning
So he had
radio.
you had dad jokes before you became a dad. So
Oh,
you're already
Every
ahead of the
comedian
game.
Yeah.
loves quick, dumb, awful jokes.
Just
Yeah.
stupid
Oh, like
puns.
the dad jokes on fucking YouTube with who the fuck is that? You remember Sam? What? Yeah. The deaf. All deaf.
All
You guys
deaf?
watch that? Like the
They're
dad
all
jokes?
deaf dad jokes? That
Yeah.
does not sound
That
right.
sounds very. I don't know.
You
if
guys
I'm
haven't
allowed to
seen
laugh at
this?
that.
Oh my god, you're like
Wait, so deaf dads are doing jokes to each other?
Yeah.
What are you talking about right now?
no. It's all deaf the network and they have
Oh, the
something
network.
called-
I was very
Yeah.
confused.
Right
I'm
after
like,
this, you got to watch Blind Croquet.
I'm
It's
like-
so good.
deaf guys telling dad jokes. That to me sounds just horrible.
Yeah,
like
nobody wins.
it's
No.
like, oh hey,
Oh, okay.
can you pass me the orange juice? It's quite a squeeze.
Okay. By the way, you are the only comedian that's allowed to make that joke, by the way.
Not only did I know he was going to do the voice, but the joke was so good.
Yeah, come on, man, dad jokes.
Oh, no pulp on that one.
Yeah, no.
Cheers, guys. This is a fucking good
my
hang. This is
God.
There you go.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Your dad jokes. That's here's the one thing too that I get real excited for Brad having a daughter. Certain people should not have kids.
Yeah.
Let me just open with that. I have buddies back home in Seattle, and I'm
Wait,
like, dude, you're gonna get a DUI in the back of an Uber at some point. Like, you have a problem with booze. You should not be responsible for kids. But like, also when you know someone that is not only gonna crush it responsibility wise, but their kid is gonna go, oh, my fucking dad is dope. Like, that's cool. I'm sure you're gonna experience that when your son gets older, right? It's just like when you know you're maintaining a level of I'm doing the stuff that dad should do, and I'm holding that fort down, but I'm still being myself, and I'm in a world that is conducive for me to stay relevant and sharp and know, there's probably going to be, man, when she's 10, Brad, I mean, there's probably going to be a new hour just based on the,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, right? Have you thought about that?
Brad's actually going to have a new podcast.
A parenting podcast.
Parenting a teenage daughter.
Dad pod.
Dad pod.
Yeah, I'm just rocking a dad pod. That's all I'm gonna be doing.
Not
No,
bad.
well, like, and the dad jokes that would be something that would come from my father because
Yeah.
my father and I used to have pun offs. And
God.
we still have pun offs. It drives our wives, my mother, crazy. Where we're like my wife will serve fish one day. She'll like come out with fish, and then my dad will smile at me and go, "Hey, Brad, do you think this fish is up to scale?" And then I'll just stop and go like, I'll be like, I don't know if it's cooked enough, honey. You may not be fin-ish. And then
Oh, that's brutal,
It goes.
Fin-ish?
It never
I'm not gonna
stops.
give you that one. I'm not gonna give you that one.
Okay. Well, fine. You take away finish, and I'll say, well, yeah, Dad, but I think we should still eat it just for the halibut.
There you go.
He
Boom.
brings it back.
There we go.
And somebody starts being
It's
kind
a
of rude, and
fucking
you go, "God, could you
professional.
not be so coddy?"
Yes.
Coddy,
Oh,
catty.
hey.
It's a stretch.
I
Yeah,
don't-
yeah.
I still
Yeah,
got it,
so
though.
I've been doing like pun jokes, dad jokes, like my
For a
whole
long
life.
time,
So
yeah.
my
So you've been
goal,
ready to be a dad for a
Yeah,
long
my
time.
goal is definitely early on to make my daughter just do that. Dad, like I'm like, yeah, got it.
Well, that's gonna happen so much, dude. When my
happens-
nieces
that
are
happens really
15
fast,
and they
yeah.
ask me to chaperone a dance, I'm gonna get an all denim suit. I'm gonna get headgear, I don't.
Canadian
wear
tuxedo?
Headgear?
Canadian tuxedo. Headgear.
Wait, what kind of headgear are we talking?
Like you remember there was always a kid that had like braces, but then he had headgear too.
Yeah, like on Saved by the Bell. The
Yep,
fucking
Saved by
kid,
the Bell.
yeah.
Dark Ray-Bans, a beanie, probably a goatee, and I'm gonna stay in the back chaperoning, just doing the floss the whole time.
You know what though? That might be making a comeback. You don't know.
All
that
denim or
look,
headgear?
All of it.
Yeah.
I think it might be.
all denim. I think.
You think the '80s is on its way back?
Did the Canadian
It already
tuxedo
is. It
ever
already
really
is.
leave?
No,
it's still
No.
here. It's fine.
You're absolutely right. Speaking of like our childhoods and everything like that, we're all relative age and everything. You mentioned last night about Disney Plus. You were watching X-Men.
Yes. They have the old X-Men cartoon on
So
Disney Plus from
that-
Fox Kids, where it came on, had one of the most iconic theme songs, no lyrics, but just yeah.
Oh,
It was
I know.
like, oh,
That was every Saturday morning for me.
yes, and I made the joke last night, but it's what really happened. So I was watching it, and my wife comes in and goes like, "You're watching a cartoon? Like, why are you watching X-Men?" And I go, "Honey, dwarfism is a mutation. I am an X-Man, okay? That's
Absolutely.
why I'm watching
These
it.
are my brethren.
These are my people. Their powers, slightly better. I don't get...
Wait, do you say what your powers are?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have lasers from my eyes. I have, like, the ability to buy kids' shoes at age 35.
Yeah.
Like that's my power.
That's great.
That's not...
You could do like 10 of those. By the
Yeah,
way.
it's not
Yeah.
great power
Yeah.
per se, but hey, Jubilee had fucking fireworks coming out of her fingers, so I would rather have my powers than that.
Yeah.
Like, she was like, all right, we got claws and lasers. Jubilee, what's your powers? Sparkles! It's like, oh, great. Well, if we throw
They
a surprise...
had to throw that in there.
Yeah,
though.
it's like...
they had to.
Yeah, if we throw a surprise birthday party, we'll call you, but we're trying to save the world here.
Did you know that Wolverine always had adamantium in his claws?
No, he did not.
No, didn't always have adamantium.
What is it? See, I still don't know. That's what I'm asking. Literally, my second day as Wolverine at Universal. Some
That's,
kid goes,
I'm so glad you brought that up because I was going to ask you about that when I watched your set a couple months ago at the Improv. You talked about how you came to Hollywood and doing all this stuff, and you used to be a Wolverine on Hollywood Boulevard.
not a Wolverine. And not on Hollywood Boulevard.
was
How
the-
dare you?
Oh, I am
No.
so
the
sorry.
Boulevard.
No.
Did I have peanut butter on my shoes? No, this was a corporation I worked for with
By the
time
way,
and a half.
That sounds like an old school, like...
Hey, it was a couple months ago, all right? Give me a fucking
in
break.
England or something like,
Yeah.
do you think I'll have peanut butter on my shoes? I'll challenge you to a duel.
Sorry, Laughlin, I was taking the piss out of you. No, dude, I was, the theme park is a way different experience
Oh,
than the
God, I'm
Boulevard.
sorry. It was at
Yeah.
Universal.
Oh, yeah.
It was
He
at
got
Universal.
paid, like real
My
money.
bad.
He had
So I made
insurance.
23
I
bucks an
remembered
hour.
it differently. It was 2 months ago I watched the fucking set.
I mean, here's the thing. No shame on those guys that work the Boulevard,
Sure.
but it's also, I mean, that's a harder grind.
Yeah.
They're
You know what?
going.
You know what? You'll say no shame. I'll put shame on the guys that are like fat and trying to fit into a
I know, dude.
Spider-Man
I know.
onesie. And I'm like, bro, it's Spider-Man. You're ruining this for the kids. I mean, now
You
I
accidentally
guess...
introduced yourself as Rob. You're not
Yeah,
gonna be
you're
okay.
not like you're eating a hot dog with
Friendly
the mask
neighborhood
up.
Rob.
Like, stop it,
You're
stop it.
neighborhood
I mean,
Rob, yeah.
I guess now if you saw Into the Spider-Verse, you'd be like, no, I'm the Spider-Man from another dimension where Spider-Man's a fat piece of shit who doesn't pay his child support. You can do that, but yeah, overall, come on,
Wow.
get it,
I like
get it
that. I
together.
like that other universities went to.
Well,
Yeah.
I didn't know that adamantium was even literally. It was like second or third day, and some kids like, "What are your claws made of?" I was like, "Oh, like really cool metal and like some scraps from the garbage."
Whoa.
And he was like, well, "What about adamantium?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's probably in there." You know, like I literally did not know.
Well, the
shit.
claws actually aren't made of adamantium.
So where does the
They're
adamantium come
actually-
from?
It's in the comic universe. It's a really rare metal. It's the hardest metal on the planet. Of course, this is a different thing than vibranium, which is the metal used for. Trust me, I've had sex before.
We all know you got a daughter.
Yeah. So like different thing. But so the adamantium metal was a project called Weapon X, where a general knew that Wolverine's healing powers could help him get through a special project where he could inject adamantium metal into this human being and create some kind of super soldier. I'm closing my eyes right now so I can think of this, and I'm having no outside distractions.
Adam is
Are you
actually
hard?
I mean, yeah. I
He's got an
promise.
adamantium boner.
I promise I've gotten laid once before.
You know what though? I do. if you
just once made a kid. Perfect.
Yeah, I do love the fandom though, because it's like when I worked there, everyone there, like all the other Spider-Mans and Storms, even the guy who was the biggest comic book guy was the guy who played Beetlejuice, and he came in and he had like these rare. He'd bring them all in their sleeves and pull them out and show people. The comics.
Yeah,
and
not as adamantium.
I'm so glad you made sure that was.
But yeah, I just didn't know shit. But
hey, but like
that's what Bonner does though, because he worked at Disneyland as a
Oh, you worked at
Disneyland.
Disneyland.
I was a first of all, fuck you. I was not one of the 7. I was a bodyguard.
I didn't say that. Did you say that, Adam?
No,
I was a bodyguard for one of the characters, or not one of, like most of them. I'd walk around with the characters and make sure none of the kids beat them up. And every now and then, you think you're never going to do your job, but every now and then you got to throw a mean forearm shiver to a 5-year-old. And
which you should do anyway.
Yeah.
Because 5 is the right age to go, let me just get a little humble check.
Yeah,
no,
give him a little
right.
bump,
No, I think it's even earlier. I check my son all the time.
Let's call child services. But that's one way to do it. That's one way to do it.
Yeah, we saw you doing cocaine with him when we walked in. So yeah.
You called it a banky. He called it coke.
I had to keep him fucking occupied.
He's painting the ceiling right now. He did enough cocaine.
Sugar's overrated.
Yeah, sure. So we both worked in theme parks, so we also had that to bond over, because when you work in a theme park, I mean, the best part about working in a theme park is working with the public, and the worst part about working in a theme park is working with the public.
Yeah,
it's crazy. Like, we both were going back and forth. Like, I once saw a mom throw her baby at Mickey Mouse.
What?
Well, because Mickey had to go in and get some lemonade, translation, take the head off, and switch into a different Mickey.
Wait,
but
what?
that's not.
No, that doesn't happen, kids. That doesn't happen.
Yeah,
kids.
but now.
Actually, there's no kids listening.
But we just say, hey, Mickey's got to go get some lemonade right now. So I'm taking Mickey back. There's a family that runs up and says, we just want a photo with Mickey. And I'm like, well, I got to take him to get some lemonade. But if you wait right here, it'll be literally 15 seconds, because I'm just switching out the Mickeys. And you will have Mickey will be right back. You'll be the first one that he takes the photo with. And she's like, no, we want a photo for the photo. And like, I'm like,
wait, what is this accent?
I'm trying to do a generic accent. I'm trying not to be not race specific. Not throwing anyone under the Border Patrol bus. Nothing like that. So I'm dragging Mickey away. Like, all right, we got to go back, but wait right here. And she just goes, Mickey! She screams. Mickey turns and she throws her baby.
And how old is this baby we're talking?
Not a year.
17.
Oh,
what kind of a question is that? It's a baby. Like, yeah,
Not a year.
No. You're not a dad yet. There's a variation on babies.
So one is still a baby, no?
One is still a baby.
Yeah.
After that, they're fucking.
Okay, great.
They're
So
on their
a
own.
year.
They're a man after that. You take them up to the mountains.
Get a job and fuck a woman, or don't.
You leave them in the mountains. If they
Go
come
clean
back
up the
to
dog
you, they're
shit
good.
and talk to me later.
Yeah. So she throws the baby at Mickey. Mickey just puts out, I'm going to say her arms, because of the person playing Mickey, puts out her arms, and then, by the way, blind, can't see crap.
Yeah,
Mickey is?
Because...
in the suit.
Yeah, in the suit.
Well, he's a mouse.
And the baby just falls into Mickey's arms, catches the baby, and then the mom takes a photo and just goes, gracias, and like, thank you, and then grabs the baby,
Now
and
I'm
then
getting
just,
the accent.
and then just runs away. And when we got to the back, Mickey like throws off her head and she's sobbing. She's like, "What if I didn't catch the baby? What if I didn't catch the baby?" I'm like, "But you got the baby.
Yeah.
But you got the baby.
Yeah.
So we're good.
Living
No
the now.
lawsuits.
Living the now.
You saved a baby. Okay." And like I'm trying to like, all right,
Spin
just
it
breathe,
positively.
just breathe. And but that
That
was the
sounds
crazy.
terrible, though.
That was
no,
like,
honestly, that sounds fucking absolutely
I
terrible.
don't even have my daughter's not even born yet, and I'd be like, no, you don't throw the baby.
No.
Like that's something that like day one of parenting school. They go, all right,
And
we
especially
don't
not
throw
out of,
the baby.
and especially not out of joy. If you're gonna throw them,
Well, that just speaks to the panic.
At least make it out of anger so they learn something.
That just speaks to the panic and chaos of Disneyland, where it's
Yeah.
like people want their moments, and if you get in the way or something, seemingly looks like it's going to prevent you getting what you built up on a pedestal of like, all right, we're going to Disney, we're getting a picture with Mickey. Like that's probably what they were talking about all day.
No,
and there was maybe a window where it's not happening.
Probably a month before that.
Yeah. That's your world. At
Did
that
you
point.
ever see people? Because the last time I went to Disneyland, I had 3 pop brownies and convinced Winnie the Pooh to break character and take me to a first aid station, so because I was having a panic attack. You don't know what it's truly like to live until you get a guy to pull back his Pooh mask and go, "My name's Scott, follow me," in front of children in broad daylight.
That is a fucking incredible Disneyland story.
Oh, my heart was beating through my chest. Here's what's crazy about that story.
Wait, it was 3 brownies?
Oh yeah, dude.
So when I was a kid, we used to back in the we're growing up in the area. We used to do LSD and go into Disneyland.
Wow.
And we would do.
That just seems like not fun.
Oh, it was so fun.
Really?
It was so fun.
I just he's like, oh no, it was so fun.
What?
So back in the day, we would pay for 1 ticket, and we would take Scotch tape and put it over the ink on the thing, pull it off, and then I'd put it on my hand, my friend's hand, and we'd go down the line. We'd pay for 1 ticket. We went a couple times a month and just trip balls all around fucking Disneyland, and it was amazing. So I know where you've been, in a sense, with 3 brownies deep.
Well, it wasn't fun for me. My heart felt like it was going to pop out of my chest. I thought I was going to die in Toontown. That was going to be my story. And here's what's even more freaky about that. When I was 3, my folks took my sister and I to Disneyland for a Save the Marriage trip, and it didn't work. Shout out to George, my stepdad. You're crushing the game.
Save the Marriage trip.
Oh, yeah. Those exist, and those are real. And I got lost at 3, and I remember finding Winnie the Pooh, and he took me to the Lost and Found, First Aid, whatever, and my folks were there sobbing. I remember this vividly at 3, seeing them just like, because they were free. I mean, you lose your kid, a 3-year-old. Like, I don't know how I got separated.
That'd be my nightmare.
So that's why it's so insane. Is that we're talking 28 plus years later. I'm face to face with Pooh, having a fucking panic attack / heart attack in broad daylight, and I'm like, dude, you gotta fucking help me get to a first aid station or something. And like him being like, ooh, like staying in character. And I was like, 28 years ago, you fucking found me, man. You're gonna bail on me now. Like,
I know it's still you, motherfucker.
It's still you. You haven't moved on.
You haven't moved on.
No, you're still here. Oh, SoCal memories, man.
Are you guys past members for?
I was. I haven't been in a while, but
you got one coming up. You got one.
coming up. Because I was trying to tell my wife, I'm like, when I was growing up in junior high school,
went all the time.
like that was
that was your mom.
Oh my God, you get a Disneyland pass and you're just like, hey, we got 3 hours after school, let's go ride 3 rides and go home.
No way.
Yeah, all the time.
In your backyard, that's so cool.
Yeah, like so that's what you would do, and I'm like, yeah, we gotta get a pass for the kid when she gets older because that's babysitting. That's just like you just chuck the kid out in Disneyland and go, have fun, don't die.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna go ride Star Wars 9 times.
Yeah, exactly. The only problem is you have to take them to like that one area where they can ride rides for a little while, and then it's like fucking it comes up like. Like I said, my son had like his first roller coaster ride because we went several times before, and he's not tall enough to ride any fucking rides.
I don't know what that's like. Oh wait, I totally do.
Yeah, tell Brad about what that's like.
Let me tell you about that, Brad.
Yeah, nothing like being a grown adult man walking up to the roller coaster, and they bring out.
Hey, can we actually change that? By the way,
and they bring out the clown with the arrow next to his hip of like how tall you have to be, and they hold it next to me.
I'm gonna be a little ignorant on this, but like honestly, like, is there a way to like petition to fucking change that shit? Like, is there like?
I would love to, but now, thankfully, Ab and I played in the NBA All-Star Celebrity Game last year. For the
we may play again.
Yeah.
I've been emailing currently, and things are in motion.
Ooh.
That's pretty fucking rad.
Okay, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Because last time
not after you guys do this podcast.
They gave us these Nike Air Maxes that have about 1.5 inches of cushion on the bottom, and now I can safely say, "Fuck you, Six Flags." I'm on all the rides.
Yeah, Brad's on the rides.
Yeah, so I'm gonna deal. Yeah, so I'm gonna bring my newborn daughter to Six Flags. Her and the wife are gonna go to Bugs Bunny Land, and Daddy is gonna get some roller coaster in. Okay, that is what I'm gonna do, and make up for lost time, motherfuckers.
Yeah,
that's what I'm doing.
That's amazing.
Yes.
That should be. That's a big deal by Nike to put you over the hump like that.
I think that should be the newest like.
You should make a video and send it to them.
Inspirational Disney film.
No, absolutely.
Like, he couldn't ride the ride.
By the way, not even joking, dude. If we shot a commercial the way we did that fake cologne commercial for and tweeted it to them,
pretty good.
I mean, that's
Chuck Nike. Then he got some Nike Air Maxes.
Dude, if that shit went viral, they'd send me
I'm gonna buy these now too.
Yeah, they're great.
Are you kidding me, dude? You found a loophole in the roller coaster system?
Damn right.
Nike, that's
great.
They tried to shut him out. They tried for him not to succeed. He found a way. Oh, it's gonna be great.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right. That's gonna be the next inspirational movie. You know, first it was Cool Runnings. Then it was The Rookie. Now this.
Then The Big Green. Don't sleep on The Big Green.
You guys definitely put in some good movies right there.
Wait, was The Big Green where the goat played soccer?
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wasn't there a goat?
There was a goat. He didn't play fucking soccer in the movie.
You're trying to push your goat fantasies on me.
Fetishes. Thank you.
Yeah.
You guys want to play a game?
Oh. Now I do.
Does it open with goat?
Does it open
We'll find out.
What about goat fetishes
All right,
got
so
you
I got to
excited?
take this off the thing to do it.
Okay.
So
What's the game?
So the game is basically, if you're willing to play,
Okay.
we bring up X Hamster on the computer over here.
Okay, that's a porn site.
Yes, it is. It is a porn site, and it's the only one that will generate based on a letter. So we have to guess. We'll throw out a letter. And we have to guess what's going to be the most popular that comes up on said letter.
Ooh, I like this game.
Real quick, I thought X Hamster was a rapper, but I have
It probably is.
But I have been to the site now that I think about it.
Yo, man, this is X Hamster. I'm dropping my new hit single, "Stuck in a Wheel."
So funny.
Yo, this is X Hamster. I got my new album called out. Cheeks so chubby.
Fuck chinchillas.
Fuck chinchillas. It's all about the hamsters.
Oh my god.
X Hamster. That does sound like a
Right?
rapper name. That's yeah. Well, now the rapper names are like Lil Pump, Lil Za, Little
It
Orgasm,
sucks, dude.
whatever the hell.
Little Hamster.
Little Hamster. I'm sure. All right.
All right. So here we go. Here's the game. Okay. So the way we're gonna play
right off
this.
the bat, look at some of these thumbnails.
Oh no, they're so rad. They're so rad.
One where there's
I mean, I'm looking at an asshole and a vagina right there.
You've got a girl smiling at the camera like she's taking a selfie.
Yeah.
Then you've got
that's a proud dad moment
just
right there.
Just a shot of legs.
Why does it say recommended for you, bestiality?
Whoa. We're not trying to go into my fucking history, all right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's way too many.
Goat, table for one.
There's way too many goats.
We'll let her shoot you start. All right. Brad, throw out a letter.
All right. Let's do M.
M. Okay. So we're all gonna take a guess on what the most viewed thing is about that. What comes up under the letter M.
Okay.
Starting with, there'll probably be a couple that come out that aren't starting with it. We'll discredit those.
Yeah.
Yes.
Starting with the letter M. What do you got, Adam?
MILFs.
All right. I'm gonna have mature.
I'm going to go with. Ooh, we're all in the same boat though.
Mm-hmm.
Can I change my answer? Mammograms.
Oh yeah,
if that shows up, Adam,
is on the rise.
Because it starts off educational.
That is the sexiest thing of all time.
It has a message.
Yeah.
It's porn with a function.
Good plot line.
Yeah.
Porn with a
I'm gonna go with
function.
moms. We're all in the same boat here.
Moms. Okay, so MILFs, mature.
Did you just $1 me Price is Right style?
I sure did.
Did you mom?
Oh, you got it.
Mom.
You got mom, number one.
Where's MILF?
MILF
is. You know what? Where does it go?
Oh, it's 6 down.
Done like.
Mom,
Wait, Japanese mom is before MILF?
Apparently it is.
To be fair, mature is number 4. Mom's son number 3.
Ooh,
if you're playing the
Mom's
game
son.
of how fucked up is America. Mom's son number 3.
That is
and
very disappointing.
Massage number 2.
Why is massage in there?
I did not see
Do
that
you guys
one
like watch
coming.
massage porn
Oh, it
ever?
should be in there.
Well, like, see,
Oh, it should be.
but now I'm like,
that's just what Adam's.
Is that my
Yeah.
answer? I don't know.
I'm 35, so now I can't watch a massage porn because it just reminds me, ooh, my joints are hurting. I gotta go get a massage. Like, I don't finish the porn. I'm just like, I gotta go.
Where are
get
you
a
going to
rub
get
down.
your massages at?
I go legit places.
Oh, come on,
I don't
Brad.
go to the
Brothers,
happy rub
Soothe.
tug, which is located.
By the way,
off
they should
Venice.
change the name of their business because it's a little too on the nose.
Happy rub tug.
Happy Rub Tug
Yeah.
is my favorite place to go, by the
Yeah,
way.
that's a good one.
Jerky rub.
Yeah.
All right, Adam, give me another.
Jerky rub. Totally not prostitutes. Massage parlor. ...
You will jizz. You're like, all right, you guys really are too obvious.
All right, Adam, pick a letter.
L.
L. Okay. That's obvious. I'm gonna go first.
Is it?
Well, I
It's gotta be
mean,
lesbian, right?
yeah, you could do lesbian.
I wasn't even thinking about that.
You can do, let's see, live.
Latino?
Ooh, that's a good one.
okay,
That's a good one.
Latina.
Guess what? That's gonna beat lesbian.
You think so? Okay.
What do you got, Brad?
That's pretty strong. Wow. L. Let's see. There's lick. There's.
By the way, L used to
Ooh.
stand for love, so let's just talk about that for a second.
There's no love going on this
There's
website.
no love. I'll do something involving the word long. Either long dick. I don't know why it could be long, or long titties. Maybe she's over 50.
Say
maybe
National
she's just been
Geographic,
blessed.
motherfucker.
I'm gonna go something with the word long. So you got lesbian, you got Latina. I'm gonna go
Go
long.
long. All right, let's see what survey says.
I'm still not gonna be.
Lesbian number one.
Latex,
Latex
is
is
number
number
2. Wow.
Latina's not even on there.
Wow,
Ladyboy comes up before.
Ladyboy. Okay. And then what comes after Ladyboy is
Japanese
Japanese love story.
So love did actually make it.
Japan.
Yeah.
And then lesbian massage. The Japanese and massage
There's
are
a lot of
are-
fucking massages coming up on this.
There's
All
a
right.
lot of this is a great game.
This is
All right,
good.
all right. We got another one.
All right,
I got to
okay.
come up with a letter. Let's try
All right.
T.
Okay. See now, all right. I'm saying this word because I think I think it's what they're gonna use, not the word that I'm using.
Okay.
Because if I were saying it, I'd say transgender. But I
Okay.
think for hamster, it's gonna be tranny. I'm not saying. I'm saying the word.
I'm so glad you're being PC about this.
I'm being PC as we're coming up with porn slang. What the fuck am I doing, America? Let's just go with tranny for me, which is not the
What
first
do
time
you
I've
got,
said that
Adam?
sentence.
So T. All right. Oh boy. My first instinct was tie dye, but that's not.
What the
Oh.
fuck kind of porn do you watch?
I don't know.
Oh,
the one with fun shirts.
actually, I might change my answer. If
Yeah, he hasn't gone yet, so
Okay,
it's
okay.
fair. It's fair.
No.
No,
change it. I haven't
I'm
gone yet.
saying
Go ahead.
that's what I'm saying. It's fair. He hasn't answered yet. Once he
Okay.
answers, then you're.
All right,
I'm inventing the rules as I go.
I'm gonna go with teen.
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 gross.
Teen is gonna be
Gross,
my-
but that's gonna be probably up there.
Yeah.
unfortunately. That sucks.
I know.
Literally.
Sometimes you see things you're like,
No.
I hope this isn't
Oh,
up there, but
God.
show me mommy's son for $1,000. You're like,
God.
God, no.
No. Boy.
You can go with transgender if you want. It'll be on there.
Yeah, but that's.
Well, we've learned Japanese and massage.
Yeah, that
So
should give
maybe-
you. That should give you.
Ooh, so
What about-
we're,
maybe
we're only thinking in
is it like
America. You got to
timely?
remember, the World Wide Web
current
is
event
world.
porn? What's that?
What's that?
current event
I was
porn?
thinking timely, like
Oh.
timely porn. I'm
Oh,
joking. I'm joking, obviously.
Maybe Thai?
Tie.
Ooh, Ty
could
should
be-
probably up
Thai
there.
could be up there.
Tie's probably the thing to go with. Or how about tragedy?
Tragedy.
So it's,
There's no fucking way tragedy
wow.
is up as
So it's just
number
like
one.
two people fucking while
If
like
it- if
while,
it
like,
happens-
while like videos of 9/11
that's
play
so
in the
rad.
background.
Yes.
I've never seen tragedy
Tragic.
porn in my
I'm going
life.
with tragic.
But
Wow.
I'm gonna go with the obvious tits. I'm just gonna go
No,
tits.
why do
Oh,
we none of us
boy,
think tits?
So boring.
I know.
It's
But
probably- it's
you
probably
guys,
the
already,
winner,
you guys
though.
already brought color to it.
Yeah. Hey, they prefer to be called African American. It's right there. I had to.
Turkish is number one.
Turkish.
Wow, that is impressive.
By the way-
Ty, you win.
Wow.
No.
No,
I didn't say
I
that.
was teen at number 2.
Oh no, you went to teen, didn't
But
you?
then
I said
here's
tragic.
Here's what scares me is
I actually want to see how many letters I have to
Yeah.
type in before I see tragic.
here, but like stop just for a second.
Yeah.
So go back to T. So number 2 is teen. Number 3, young teen.
Wow.
That is frightening.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
is
Someone
that?
typed in teen and was like, nah,
that's not young enough."
young enough.
Oh God, no.
I don't see any Barbies in the background.
Oh no. Oh God.
Hey, I got tits all the way down there. It's still there in categories.
There you go.
Tushy. Tushy's nice. Tushy's
Tushy?
nice.
Would have never have thought that.
That's like
Have you ever gone like jerk off and you're like, Tushy? That's what I want.
That's like an 87-year-old man like, I want some Tushy.
Hey, kudos to him to still know how to use a computer.
Hey, my dad doesn't have email, so props.
All right, let's see how far we have to
far
go
to
down the
tragic?
line before we go to
Oh,
tragedy.
wait, Turkish. What does that look like?
Yeah, now I'm curious of what.
Still no tragedy. Am I missing it? No. Still waiting for it.
I don't know if we're ever gonna find.
Actually, you guys are gonna have to help me remember how to spell
G.
tragedy. Still not there, Adam. Still not there.
E.
Oh, there it is! After
Trage,
Trage,
and it's number 5.
It's number 5.
I'll
Should we
take
see
it.
what that's all about?
What is?
Ooh, Mom's Tragedy Sex actually came up before. Let's just see what that's about. I just want to see what that's about real quick.
What is tragedy sex?
I
I'm
don't
scared.
really know.
I'm frightened at this. This is strange. But that is a great game. I used to play like Chutes and Ladders when my mom and dad came over. Now I'm definitely gonna play this.
Oh yeah, Mom and Dad's gonna love that. It's a good family game. Oh, Thanksgiving's around the corner. You guys want to play that game with your Thanksgiving family?
It's a good icebreaker.
Yeah, absolutely. That and you really
You got the in-laws around.
really
Hey, let's
learn
talk about
a
porn.
person when you're like, all right, the letter is T, and they go tiny dicks. You're like, all right, we know what you're into. That's awesome.
By the way, if we were playing that game and anybody came up with Turkish, you'd have to ask them to leave the table.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
'cause
no,
that
you would
means
never.
they know.
You never.
Yeah.
That's a ringer. If you
Yeah.
come up with that, it's like you.
If you are Turkish, then it's like okay,
We get it.
pass.
Home court advantage.
But like you can't be like you can't be like from the valley just like Turkish. Like, you can't. You've gone down some deep rabbit holes, which is also another category, deep rabbit holes.
Wow, that is a category
Yeah,
right there.
it is.
That is. So Adam, you got a musical album.
Yeah,
right now.
coming December 13th.
December 13th.
Pre-order November 29th, but if this is out by then, so go get it. Amazon, iTunes, Google Play, Pandora, Spotify, everywhere.
What prompted you to do a musical?
So I've done a lot of musical crowd work with my buddy Avery Pearson for the last couple of years on the road, and it's just crushed really hard, and it's been fun. And who was it? Is it Steve Martin that said you'll always use
everything you know.
use everything?
Yeah.
And so when I started fucking around on stage with that, I was like, oh, I got a big musical background, and it was really fun, and it was different, and it was separating me from other white dudes, and so then I did a few songs for a few just sketches when I was doing a lot of YouTube stuff, and animated a few of them, and had about 4 songs. I was like, oh, I should really fill this out, and I kept talking about it. So it was one of those things where you're like, finally, I should finish it up. And so I did, and added another 9 songs. And when I would go on Adam Carolla a lot, I would bring on original songs, and people really dug those and would always ask, "Hey, where can I get that?" And I was like, sorry, like I could, And so I had some sketches. Our buddy Johnny Resnick from the Goo Goo Dolls sang on one of the tracks, a song about my nieces, and got Jonathan
right.
Kite and Frank Caliendo, and
So are you
voices on some of the sketches.
you a musician too? Do you play
No, I mean,
at all?
I can play guitar, kind of.
Okay.
I took lessons for about 5 years, and then played for another like 5 or 6 a lot after that. And I was okay, but not like anything to where I could get up and would feel comfortable jamming with a band. You know what I'm
Gotcha.
saying? Enough to be able to
I'm in the same
to
boat.
play it at the Comedy Store every now and then when I would bring it to close my sets when I was doing open mics a lot. And then for sketches or for wedding speeches, I've done it for because I can play enough, like the way that Sandler plays, like that, but probably a little bit below that,
Okay.
Where you're like, oh, this guy, you can play chords and you're fine, and you're not, you can do both at the same time.
And you
but
can make a
you can't jump in with
song
John
about
Mayer
it.
and fuck, yeah, enough to make a song, but
Yeah.
But I would, write all the music and sing a lot of voice memos into it, and then have my 2 different guys that produce it build all the music around it. So
Oh,
a lot,
awesome.
there's thousands of voice memos in my phone of just being like,
Dude,
and then
how
it goes,
great are
na-na-na-na-na, and then have the trumpets go, ba-na-na-na-na, trumpet,
How great is listening back to your voice memos?
I mean,
It's
dude,
like
building
the worst thing ever. Like when
Yeah.
you have to
Oh,
listen
yeah.
back to them.
Even
like,
for
when I'm
stand-up
like,
sets, it sucks.
You guys got to use voice memos
All
for
the time.
that.
You got to,
Yeah.
man.
I hear whenever you think of a joke and you're just like, I can't write it down, or I can't like go try it out somewhere. You just do a voice memo because you want to make sure you get the beats right.
Yeah.
And sometimes I've been in the middle of leaving myself a voice memo, going, "All right, this is some good shit." All right, and then I start saying it out loud. I'm like, wow, this sucks.
Yeah.
Wow, this is not good.
It felt good up here.
Yeah, in my head, it felt great. One thing I want to make sure that we plug while we're here is the podcast that we have, the About Last Night podcast, it is ending at 500 episodes because I'm gonna take time to be a dad. Well, I'm not gonna be there. The podcast is gonna go on.
Okay.
And Adam is gonna have other projects and things like that. I'll probably still pop on a couple, but
of course
just
you will.
Yeah, just like, and as we get major guests, but we are gonna do this one thing that's really exciting. We have the Adam and Brad Halloween Spooktacular at Sea.
That's a cruise, right?
It's a cruise, yeah. Did your Halloween suck this year? Of course it did.
Of course it did, because you weren't on a cruise.
Yeah, you didn't plan. Now we're going on a cruise, and it's going from Long Beach to Mexico, October 30th.
You boys like Mexico?
Yeah, you will now. October 30th through November 2nd of 2020. We're gonna have live comedy. We're gonna have live podcasts. We're
costume contest. We have the goddamn comedy jam bands coming, so we're gonna do karaoke shows. We're gonna do Q&As. We're gonna do meet and greets, all that bullshit.
Do you guys enjoy cruises though, like outside of this?
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I actually do. I've done 3 of them now with different themes, and
well, you were
fun.
You did the one with Jericho, right?
Chris Jericho, Rock and Wrestling, Rage at Sea. You damn right.
And then
but
you weren't able to do this last one.
No,
though.
because my wife had the nerve to get pregnant, and our due date is
the unmitigated
2 days.
gall.
2 days before the cruise leaves, and now I can't meet Ric Flair.
I would actually hold that against my daughter if I were you.
Yeah. Oh, I would. Oh, and I will.
You should make her middle name Flair.
I didn't get fucking a woo because of you.
Her first word's gonna be woo, just to mock me. She's gonna come out. Woo! You could have heard that, Daddy, but you didn't, because you love me.
And then she's gonna slap the fucking.
You don't even acknowledge that it's a full sentence as her first word.
The figure 4 is coming your way.
Oh, it's coming my way all the time. I'm putting it on her. Wait, no, I'm not. That's child abuse. Okay, but
yeah, we've done a bunch of cruises separately. I'm doing the Impractical Jokers one coming up. I've done the New Kids one a couple times, and it's so
fun.
Yeah, performing on them, hanging, and so now also we've been doing the pod 500 episodes almost 6 years.
That's
it's like
so
at some point we wanted to build towards something where we could truly have the fans be able to be around us and come do something with us that was
that's a
interactive.
really cool,
and,
absolutely. That sounds
the same
like a
people
really
that do
cool
Corolla's
idea.
cruises. And,
so go to either Adam's website has a link to it, my website has a link to it.
Well, what are those 2 websites?
AdamRayComedy.com, BradWilliamsComedy.com.
Or you can go to travelbyparker.com, and that's the site where you could directly buy a cabin and go from Long Beach to Mexico, have a costume contest, see a dwarf jump in a pool. That's the selling point right there. But
see a dwarf get out of a pool?
Yeah, see a dwarf get out of a pool, slow
Jumping
motion.
in is fine, yeah.
Slow motion.
We've all seen him go in.
Yeah.
We want
walking up the stairs, holding the guardrail. Yeah.
Oh my God, it's gonna be great.
Baywatch too.
So yeah, it's gonna be a great time. So I encourage all your listeners to go.
Yeah. So for more of both of these guys, as I said, go to Brad Williams Comedy and AdamRayComedy.com and follow them on social medias. It's couldn't be too hard to find them.
Type in our names. They pop up. Like if you type in Brad Williams and a dwarf pops up, probably me. Unless there's some other guy who's like an Asian dwarf who's also got the name of Brad Williams, in which case I'm suing him.
Is there another Brad Williams out there?
I mean, there's some lawyer in South Carolina that's holding on to BradWilliams.com. Son of a bitch.
Really?
Yeah, he's holding on. I'm like, fine. I'll do BradWilliamsComedy.com. He doesn't like to hear from other Brad Williamses.
You might change it to Brandon Williams.
Yeah, but we all have a lot of stuff going on. Adam and I are both constantly touring. You saw my show last night. You've seen Adam's show before.
Incredible show. Please go check out both of their shows.
Yeah,
I've seen them both at the Irvine Irvine Improv. Sorry. And like
we're just calling it the Prov now.
Yeah, just call it the Prov. It's the Prov.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, both incredible shows. If you get a chance, they're in your city, your town. Just go fucking check them out. Hilarious guys. Thank you guys again so much for being on the fucking
Thanks for
show.
the booze, man.
Yeah, anytime.
Happy holidays.
Hey,
Tis the season.
With or without the recording, I've always got booze for you boys.
Yeah.
Oh, we weren't recording?
Oh, no. Also, I want to throw in a quick hashtag. Hashtag fuck Carol.
Yeah, fuck Carol.
Yeah.
That is my wife's that's my wife's best friend who I fucking hate. So I want hashtag fuck Carol to trend so she can know.
Hashtag fuck Carol. Let's make this happen, everybody.
Yeah.
All right, man. Thanks again. Cheers.